Hello guys, what's up? My name is Yasmin. Welcome back to my channel, Fruitarian Yazzie. And today I wanted to talk about a topic that you might be calling me crazy for bringing it up. You might be calling me crazy because it goes against a lot of it goes against a lot of the opinions and a lot of the experiences on the health uh, industry. I would say industry, but I don't like to call it industry, but it goes against a lot of people. All right, it goes against a lot of what your common sense may say, but I just want to say that this is my personal experience with other people that are living a fruitarian lifestyle or raw vegan lifestyle or just any lifestyle. All right, the experience that I've had in my past sorry, my past way of eating lifestyle, and I really think that it's important for me to talk about this topic. But guys, before I'm going to start, if you haven't already, or if you've never been here before, then welcome. If you've been here, then welcome back to my channel. I would love you to tell me what you think and what you've experienced, experimented with this, and in the comments down below. And yeah, let's get to the video. All right, so first of all, the reason why I'm talking about it is because I think it has become an obsession. And I think that it has become an unhealthy obsession, because instead of doing the health that it needs to bring, instead of doing the health that it needs to bring to people, it's actually getting them out of the way of being healthy. Or because their mind is constantly working on, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough. And I think that this mindset is going to fail a lot of people mentally. All right, you guys, so the first reason why I stopped recommending fasting to a lot of people would be the reason that one thing, that fasting is going to heal all of their problems in life. And it couldn't be further from the truth. All right, as I said, I've noticed that it has become an obsession of being obsessed with how dirty your body is. And it leads to a lot of eating disorders that people already have in this lifetime, right? So we see a lot of too much of a skinny models, and the pursuit of perfection, and how I can be perfect now, I can be super clean, and I need to be the cleanest, and whatnot. And fasting is going to heal me, and it's the only way to heal. But the truth is that working on one element of healing is not going to heal you. All right. And also, another thing that I would like to mention is that most of the time, the fasting alone will not heal you. What will heal you is to actually get out a lot of toxins from your body. That happens only after you put something that is not water inside of your body and is not air inside of your body. You actually need the acids, and you need the fibers, and you need the sugar, you need the water content inside of the fruit in order to dissolve the toxins, all right? So practically, you don't really have to fast. When you're eating a fruitarian or mostly fruitarian lifestyle. And now I really want to get this straight, is that you probably heard of a lot of people dying while fasting. And this is like not the first time that I heard about it. A lot of people that are not coming from a healthy lifestyle and that have like really bad chances and odds of living, their body is extremely toxic. And actually putting them into fasting without having something to dilute the toxins is highly dangerous. It's going to cause a lot of, it can cause like death, because it's too much toxins. All right. You have to put something to dilute the toxins. And therefore, I'm saying what I'm saying, that if you want to be cleaner, you have to do it gradually. If you really want to try fasting, which is also great, stop recommending everyone to go fasting, because it might really hurt them. All right. So just be aware of what you put into other people's brains and minds. And yeah, so this is basically what I want to say. You have to have something to dilute your toxin. So really be careful with your recommendations. All right. All right. Um, and I have noticed, I've experienced that a lot of people that are practicing a lot of fasting are constantly having uh, a really bad mindset of, you know, we have to fast because we all dirty. We all have that. Great. Fasting can be a really great tool, but it's just not gonna work for everyone. All right. You don't have to fast. Also, if you read Arnold Harris, I think it's the Rational Fasting Healing System, the Rational Fasting book, or the Mucusless Diet Healing System. I think that, yeah, I only read his two books, that two books of him, and I do remember him saying that when you eat only fruits, then you probably don't have to fast. All right, so the process will be slower, yes, but you get to enjoy eating. You get to not being obsessed of I'm too dirty. This mindset is just going to create eating disorder. You're going to be afraid of eating. Personally, I'm working with a few girls that have eating disorders. Me myself, I also used to have eating disorders, and I think that once you promote fasting, and put the healthy habits aside, the other healthy habits that you need to incorporate into your life, then you're just making people think that this is the only way to heal. But focusing, as I said, focusing on one element of healing is probably not going to do you much better, because a lot of the people don't realize that fasting can be great if you, first of all, doing it from a good mentality and not a mentality of pursuing perfection. But if your body really is asking you to not eat and not drink, then you can go and you can do fasting. But in order to solve all of your problems in life, fasting will simply not be enough. What you do need to do is basically find some natural environment around you. You need to focus on that. Focus on exposing yourself to the sun in sufficient amounts during the day. Focus on creating, focus on helping the community, focus on loving yourself, focus on evaluating, not evaluating, but evolving yourself mentally, focusing on seeing and realizing where your emotions, where your reactions, and why you're doing the things that you do, focusing on grow the things that you love, focusing on these things, spiritually. Right? Focusing on that while you still make your dreams come true in the physical world, that would be the best thing for you to focus on. Focus on eating healthy. Focus on daily movement. Focus on hugging people, hugging trees, connect to nature. All of these things are part of the healing process. Focus on working on yourself. When you're fasting and you're irritated and you don't have the energy, when you're in the modern world and you have to make a lot of money and you have to be constantly moving and constantly on the go, you will probably have to eat to maintain energy, to not be tired, to not be angry and hungry all the time. All right, so focus on eating your fruits, focus on eating your leafy greens, and you're just ready to go. Okay, incorporate this with all of the healing things, all of these things that I said. Working on your dreams will be so much better for you. Instead of just fasting, just work on yourself. And this will be much better, and you will love yourself better, and you will understand that as the Grape Cure book, as Joanna Brandt said, I realized all this fasting was really unnecessary. And I was like, oh my God, this is exactly what Arnold Harris says in different words, So this is a thing that I realized, that while fasting is going to help you heal, is not the only thing you have to do, because when you don't work on your mentality, your healing, your fasting is just going to create a very sick mentality. all right? It's just going to create more anger and more frustration in your life and the chase after perfection. Instead of working on what's good and what's going to actually benefit you, actually benefit the environment and the world, focusing on doing good, and this will lead you focusing on doing good to your body and focusing on doing good to your mind. And don't be afraid to eat. There's a reason why we love to eat. It's because we're meant to eat. All right, we're meant to eat. We are meant to eat. We have digestive system for it. If we're not going to eat once we're born, we're going to die. I've heard of breatharians that didn't feed their baby, their breast milk, and the baby died. And there's no other animal in nature that just naturally is living on air and fasting, you know. I believe that because I see a lot of animals just eating all the time in nature. They're just eating and eating and eating. And they're not overweight. You know, they're not overweight. So I'm saying maybe this is our natural state. Maybe we are attracted to food, of course, when we're really, really hungry, and not because of emotional suppression that we're trying to deal with. So if you think that you're not hungry, try to imagine yourself now, if you give a bite into a mango, can you really finish this mango? Are you really that hungry? Are you really even a little bit of hungry? And that would be a natural way to fast if you're not really hungry. So if your body doesn't really require food, then this is great. But if your body is hungry, just give it the food. It has a reason why it's hungry. You know, it has the reason why you need to feed it. It's dealing with a lot of stress. It's dealing with a lot of toxins. And in order to eliminate it, yes, it needs the fruit. My brother, my sister, it needs it for sure. All right. Focus also on meditation. Focus on breathing, stretching, movement. All right. And you'll be good to go. So not one healing element is going to heal you completely. Work on your mental health first. All right. Now, second thing that I would like to say is that when we fast, we have to rest. So when we don't have the time to rest, as I've already mentioned in the previous reason, is just going to make us depressed. For me, if I feel like I have to deal with something and I'm not in nature and I can't allow myself to just, rest all the time because I'm surrounded with things to do, then I would need to move. Like for me, for an Aries and for such of an active person and a person that loves to create, I need the energy. And when I have this energy to do so, then I feel my best. Like seriously, when I have the energy to create, this is when I feel my best. And also, this is what keeps me focused on eating healthy, on staying in a fruit-based lifestyle, of avoiding food and every other substance that is causing me feeling not my best, because I want to help people, I want to move, I want to help myself, I want to raise the awareness, and having the energy to do so is just by constantly putting energy in the body, right? If I'm not getting enough sun energy, or if I'm not being outside, when I mean outside, I don't mean at work, I mean like literally outside, when I'm literally in the forest or in nature or with friends, not inside of a closed building, then I don't have the energy if I don't give my body a physical energy, And this is also something that is very, very important. Mentally, it's going to bring you mental clarity once you eat the amount you need to eat. Like, don't be afraid to eat. I just want to add up to the previous reason. I'm gonna add up on another reason. All right, I don't really remember if I said it in the first reason, but people are just, as I said, when I'm coaching someone, I see how much they're afraid to eat, and I want to tell you guys, don't be afraid to eat. If you're eating fruits and leafy greens, you are not going to be fat. You can eat as much as your body is asking from you without fasting. It's just, this is the way it works, okay? I was 67 kgs before I started vegetarianism, and in a few days, I think I'm going to say in like 2 months, without even putting the effort, I actually lost 11 kgs, and now I'm 55 kgs. All right, and this is like the lowest I've been ever since I've been 15, I think. Also, one of the reasons I came into this lifestyle was because I've watched like high fruit-based vegans, high carb fruit-based vegans like Freely, who has lost tons of weight just being like that, and Misfit Vegan, and well, that's probably it. This is the only two people I needed in order to understand that, whoa, these people eat like tons, and they are actually lean, but they're eating so much carbs, you know? So, yeah, it's just an example. So you can see this is the change Freely is gone through, and this is the change that, the other girl has gone through. And, you know, it's just enough for me to understand and realize that. And this is without any effort. Before going on this lifestyle, I used to restrict my calories. I used to be afraid of eating. I used to restrict my calories to 1,200 calories, and now I eat over 2,000 calories most days. It depends on how active I was. It depends on how busy I was. But if I don't eat enough someday, then my body's just going to ask for it the other day, which is another reason I want to talk to you about, all right? So here's reason number 4. So reason number 4 would be that once you go into a fasted mode, your body starts taking energy from its own cells, which can be great. It's called autophagy. But what happens later on is that once you're going to break your fast, you're going to be so hungry. You're going to be so hungry that once you put food in your mouth, you're going to start eating everything around you. All right, I've experienced this. You're going to be so hungry, your body's just gonna ask you for more energy, because now it's going to feel like it's a state of risk. It's going to feel like it's on a famine state, you know, and it just needs to get more energy, to store more energy, to have it for the next famine state. And it's actually going to cause you to gain weight. All right, this is what's going to cause you. It's going to cause you binge eating, because your body's going to want these dense calories. You might be wanting to have more fats. You might be wanting to have like a lot of avocados and potatoes and cooked foods and fried. And maybe you're going to find yourself going back to your bad habits, which is really the opposite of healing, right? Because you have been basically not giving your body what it needed on time. So when your body is not asking from you to fast, just start going into a healthier way of eating, into healthier habits, and focus on that. All right? And this has been my experience. Just a disclaimer, I love it when I'm able to fast without feeling hungry. But even so, when I do fast, I do feel really, really hungry afterwards when I finish my fast. And this is mostly the reasons why I finish my fast. And I just put a lot of control. And I also don't recommend people who don't eat healthy to go into fast in order to lose weight, because it's just not going to work long term if you're going to put the wrong substances inside of your body in order to compensate for whatever you didn't put inside of your body when your body was actually hungry and your body actually needed the energy. All right, your body will eliminate it in a slow process, in a gradual process, if you're just going to give it. And be consistent with your healthy eating, be consistent with movement, work hard on your body. Also, don't exaggerate with that, and do it gradually, and you're going to get your best body, you're going to get the best spiritual experiment, and you're going to be able to enjoy the process. All right? So just to mention, I love everyone, and this is just my experience, and I would like to hear, as I said at the beginning of the video, I would love to hear your experience with this topic. And yeah, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, give this video a big thumbs up, make sure to share with your friends and family, and leave a comment down below. Tell me what what is your experiment with this. I would really, really love to hear. And I'll see you on the next one.